Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Karen by Design, and thank you so much for tuning in for another video, guys. So as you can tell by the title of my video, I am trying some African food, guys. Now hold on, let's backpedal for a little bit. Let's backpedal. First and foremost, I want to say happy Black History Month. So of course February is Black History Month, and clearly I'm Black. So I could not let the entire month of February pass without me, finding some way to celebrate and doing something. So I figured that this was the perfect time, the perfect opportunity for me to try African food. Now, I've never, ever, ever have tried any African food. So today I am going to finally bite the bullet and try some African food. So I see that a lot of people have been trying African food on YouTube, and quite honestly, I've been wanting to do this before this became a thing, but I just found that this was the right time. I did my research and I was able to find a lovely West African restaurant here in Calgary. And I'll start by saying that my initial experience with the restaurant was very pleasant. I had called them in advance and I explained to them that I have never tried African food and that it's something that I truly wanted to try. I also asked the gentleman that I spoke with to provide me with some recommendations, what he thought I should try. And this was based off of his recommendation. So I got jollof rice. Now this is the infamous jollof rice. So there that is. That's jollof rice, and I got it with chicken. So you have your option of chicken. I believe you have pork, beef, I think they said goat. There's a whole bunch of meat varieties that you can get with the jollof rice. I went with chicken. I figured, you know what? This is the safe route, so let's just keep it all the way safe. Then I got some puff puff. So I did hear about puff puff before. So this was another popular choice. And there's what that looks like. Some pounded yam. He says that the correct name for this is fufu. Now on the site, I saw a whole bunch of these like pounded provision types of things, and they all had different kind of, I'm assuming, African names for them. But he did tell me that this one is called fufu and it is pounded yam. So that's what I was told. And then I got some egusi. I believe it's like, I don't know if it's a soup or it looks more like a stew, but this is what it's like. Yeah, that's what it looks like. So guys, let's just dig in. Let me grab. Okay guys, so I got me a fork and we're gonna start with the jollof rice. So here we go. Okay. I'm gonna take another bite. Okay, so the rice is nicely cooked. It's not too mushy. It's not too shelly. It's actually perfectly cooked. I was warned that there is quite a bit of spice to it. I don't personally find it extremely spicy. Again, I'm Caribbean, so it's not extremely spicy, but if you do not like a lot of spice, then whoever is preparing your jollof rice, you would probably just ask them to hold back on the spice. I do find that it's nicely seasoned, so it has the spice blends are very nice. So this is good so far, so good. I mean, it is a safe route. I will say it is a safe route. It's nothing revolutionary in my opinion. You know, I'm not blown away by it, but it's good. It's not, it's good. So I'm gonna go in with the chicken now. So the chicken does have the skin on. And yeah, I don't know what these things are. I don't know. That's tomato on it. I'm not sure, but let's give it a try. Okay. The chicken, again, it's good. The chicken, not blown away by it. I appreciate that it's seasoned, which is great. It's cooked the way I like for my chicken to be cooked. Because although you cannot eat chicken, you can't eat chicken any other way but completely done. Like you can't have it medium rare or medium well. Your chicken has to be fully cooked. Sometimes you get chicken and it's still a little bit like sticky. It's not, to me it's not cooked enough. This is cooked. It's cooked. So I can appreciate that and I like that. Um so yeah, I mean again, the spices, it's well seasoned, well cooked. Same with the rice. There's wonderful spice blend in this rice. So all in all, I mean, this is good. This is good. But again, in my opinion, it's safe. It's safe. It's not anything that is gonna blow my mind. And to be honest, it's not something that I would necessarily have to have, but it is safe. If you're hungry one day and you feel for chicken and rice, this is definitely a viable option. So that's my thoughts on that. I will rate everything once I'm finished, so we shall see. Now, guys, sorry. I am going to, I didn't get any soda or anything like that because I wanted to make sure that my palate was very neutral when I transitioned or went from one dish to the next. So I just got me a glass of ice water, and after each, I guess each dish, I will just cleanse my palate with some water. So let's have some water and then we'll move on. Now I am very excited to try the puff puff. This is what I'm interested in trying. So right off the bat, I will say it's very greasy. Like I don't know, it's very greasy. I don't know if you can see my hands, or it's very greasy. It's very because you can see the grease coming off of it. And it's very soft, like it's very soft, which I like. It smells sugary. It does. It's nice and doughy. So let's give this a try. Mm-hmm. Puff puff. Puff puff for the win. Puff puff for the win. Sorry, guys. This is good. This is good. This is good. It's somewhat reminiscent to festival, but I feel like the texture is more like a fried dumpling, because you know what, festival, it can be a little bit, the texture can be a little bit, it's not as smooth as fried dumpling because of the cornmeal that a lot of times you put in festival. So this has more of the texture of a very, very, very soft, pillowy fried dumpling, but it has that sweetness. But it's not just sugar. I feel like there's other spices in this. It's not just sugar. There might be like cinnamon. It's a hybrid between fried dumpling and festival. That's how I would describe it. And honestly, it's very good. I like this a lot. Like, puff puff come through. Puff puff is, this is good, guys. Okay, guys, so far we're off to a pretty good start. So um I guess the most, ooh, what should I say, the most unconventional or non-westernized dish is going to be this egusi, and I had to look it up. So it is egusi soup. To me, this is not like a soup, it's more like a stew, because if you can see the consistency, it's very thick, very, very thick. But when I looked it up, it does say that it is called egusi soup, and it's saying that it's Nigerian egusi soup is a soup thickened with ground melon seeds and contains leafy and other vegetables. It is one of the most popular soups prepared by most tribes in Nigeria, with considerable variation and often eaten with dishes like pounded yam. It's prepared with goat, beef, fish, or shellfish. Shellfish, sorry. So, yeah, that's egusi soup. That's what we have. So, I think it's going to be probably one of the more, yeah, we're just gonna have to try it and see. It's like nothing I've ever had before. It's not like the jollof rice and the chicken, which, we've all eaten. Kind of, Jamaicans have a seasoned rice, right? So it's very, I wouldn't say it's similar, but the fact that the rice is kind of seasoned, and rice in general is eaten in so many cultures, that's very, it's nothing out of the ordinary. You have chicken drumsticks, nothing revolutionary there, nothing that different or, scary. The puff puff, again, because I'm used to eating fried dumpling or festival, it wasn't scary at all. And it's very delicious, I will say. Very delicious. So let's just get into this. This is the egusi, which I'm gonna have with the pounded yam, which is called fufu. So it comes in this saran or cellophane wrap, and I'm told that you should eat it with your hands. You should be using your hands. That's how it is traditionally eaten. The texture is it's very jelly-like, gelatin-like almost. So yeah, I'm just gonna go in. Let me actually move this and see if you guys can see better. I had to grab a spoon to kind of mix up the egusi rice because I thought that some things may had settled, but no, that's just how it is. So we'll just leave this on the side here and move this out of the way. And let's give all of our attention to our egusi and fufu. Now, I'm told you're not supposed to swallow. Um, I don't know, guys. I don't know, cause I sorry, not swallow. You're not supposed to chew it. So I like to break down my food. So we will see. I'm tempted to try them separate and then try them together, but no, I'm gonna try it together and then I will try it separately. So let's just go for it. Okay. Um. Okay. I'm gonna try it again. The fact that I'm trying it again is indication that it's not terrible, but of course I'm not sure how I'm feeling about it. So let's do this again. Okay. So I will say it's not difficult to swallow without chewing. So that's a good thing. Um, I'm confused as to what kind of fish this is. Okay, I don't know what type of fish this is, but let's see. Gonna try it. Okay. Gonna go in and try this separate. Okay. This on its own, I'm not feeling this on its own. The fufu on its own, in my opinion, it almost tastes like microwavable potatoes. That's what it tastes like to me. That's the vibe it's giving me. So I'm not a huge fan of the fufu on its own. I believe the fufu does go much better with the egusi soup. So, um, that being said, let's try the egusi soup on its own. Oh yeah, it's not terrible. It's not terrible. I think that for me personally, I'm getting a lot of the fish flavor. I feel like maybe if I had gotten a different type of protein with this, like maybe a beef or a chicken, I would have liked it better. I feel like it's tasting very fishy, and even for me, like I'm not a huge fan of like fish tea soup, which is something that in the Jamaican cultures they do prepare. And not that this is like fish tea soup, but it's reminiscent in the sense where that fishy taste is really coming through on this for me. Furthermore, I feel like for me, and I'm sure a lot of you are like this, I eat with my eyes first. So looking at this, it's not the most appealing thing to look at. So it kind of throws you off. However, the taste of it is not it's not terrible. However, I do feel like the two are meant to be eaten together. Like I would much rather eat these two together as opposed to eating them separately. Now, I don't think that anybody ever eats pounded yam on its own, but I could be wrong. But I do know, I feel like this can be eaten on its own, but in my opinion, they are better paired together. So this, it's not bad, it's not terrible, but I feel like it's something that is an acquired taste, and you definitely have to work your way up to this. Um, so yeah, I mean, it's not entirely bad. Now, let's get into my final thoughts on this food. Again, the jollof rice and chicken is a definite safe eat. Like if you are used to having kind of very seasoned, flavored rice with a little bit of spice, and you like drumsticks that are seasoned. I don't know if these are baked or pan cooked, but if you like that vibe, you'll definitely like the jollof rice and chicken. Again, it's nothing outstanding, but if you're in the mood for chicken and rice, it's a safe bet. So overall, I would probably rate this maybe an 8 out of 10, which is really, really good. Again, to me, it's really safe, and I'm not talking about whether or not it is, oh my god, it's delicious. 8 meaning that it's good, it's edible, right? Now, in terms of the puff puff, the puff puff, the puff puff, the puff, these bad boys, this is all the way. This isn't even a 10, because when I'm rating from 1 to 10, 1 I should say is like I hate it. I would never ever again eat it. I don't want it. I don't want to smell it. I don't want to see it. 10 is it's edible. There's nothing offensive to it. I would have it again, you know. I would look forward to having it. Yes. This now, this is something that I would definitely, definitely, definitely eat and request. I would be like, oh, I'm in the mood for puff puff. I want me some puff puff. This is really good. This is really, really good. And I should have known because it was so greasy. So all of the bad stuff, it tastes good. This tastes good. So this is, to me, this is a 20 out of 1 to 10. This is a 20. Now, the fufu and the egusi, I'm going to rate them together because I was told to eat them together, and I don't think that it's fair for me to... I'll give you both ratings, okay? The fufu on its own, I'm going to give it a 3. And that's just because it doesn't taste like anything, but I think the texture and the fact that it almost tastes, what's the word I'm looking for? It almost tastes plastic. Like it doesn't taste like something, again, it tastes like something that was artificial almost. So yeah, that's why I'm gonna give it like a 3. The Egusi soup, on its own, I would probably give it a 4. It's not my vibe. And again, I do honestly believe that if I had gotten it with a different protein, I would probably have a different opinion of it. But the fishiness really is coming through for me. So this is a 3 on its own, and this is a 4 on its own. All right, together, I'm going to give it a 5. Because together, it's not terrible. However, it's not something that I would necessarily ever feel like I need to have. So, yeah, it's kind of in the middle. It's not terrible, but it's not great. And it's not something that I feel like I need to really have again. Overall, my experience, I'm going to give it a 9. I'm very glad that I tried it. I'm very happy again with the restaurant. They did an excellent job. The moment I made the call and I spoke to them, they were so nice. I placed the order. I went to pick it up. They were just as nice in person. The food was piping hot. Everything was prepared fresh to order. So I do appreciate that. Even, you know, coming back home, I did make a stop. The food was still really, really hot. So in terms of customer service and how they prepared the food, I would give them, like this particular restaurant, a big thumbs up. Now, I don't know if I mentioned in the beginning, they're actually called Flavors. So the correct name is Flavors Cuisine and Catering. I'll actually put their information in the description box. And they are located in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. And they are authentic Nigerian cuisine. So they are Nigerian, owned and operated. So they were awesome. They did a really fabulous job. Okay, guys, so that brings me to the end of my video. And again, I mean, I'm so glad that I finally had an opportunity to try African food. I'm glad that I tried it in the month of February, which is a celebration of Black History Month. And of course, Africa is the motherland. So I'm extremely glad that I, went ahead and I jumped, or I bit the bullet and finally got me some African food. It was an absolute wonderful experience. I would encourage anybody and everybody to go ahead and try you some African food. Ultimately, as we know, Africa again is the motherland. A lot of the way we are preparing our food derives from Africa and African culture. So we have to be respectful and mindful of that, guys. So again, I'm so happy that I've tried this. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed filming it for you. So you know what I'm gonna say. If you like the video, make sure you leave me a thumbs up. Make sure that you subscribe to my channel and become a part of the Karen by Design family, guys. I'm a little bit disappointed in myself that I didn't upload more videos for the month of February because again, it is a celebration of Black pride and Black history, and I am very prideful and extremely happy to be a Black woman. So yeah, guys, again, if you enjoyed the video, leave me a thumbs up. And as always, I will see you in my next video. Bye.